ready to get this
What y'all gonna talk about?
We're gonna talk about it all.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Emmitt Smith.
Let's get this show started. Let's get this show started.
Cowboys today.
Start the show.
Let's get ready.
Welcome to Sports Spot. I'm Smooth with the 5-0s.
First Lady Michelle.
King of Trolls, Reggie Sykes.
And I'm Bo. You know nothing.
Nothing at all.
Today we have Santa Troll with us today. He tricked all of us and had us all wearing gray.
How did we do this?
Boy. It's been an interesting week in sports and everything, you know.
Yes,
so
Very
we're
interesting.
gonna talk a little bit of XFL, NBA All-Star Weekend, and we're gonna talk about the big fight last night.
Woo!
Exactly
Wow.
what we're gonna
Talk
do.
about that college ball too, man.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
There's some
people
upsets in college too.
lost a lot of money if you bet on Wilder.
So,
Woo,
you
that
want-
British boy put it on him, y'all.
Let's start off with the NBA All-Star Weekend. I was highly impressed with the skills challenge. It looked like, two big men were in it. Sabonis made it to the finals.
Sabonis did great.
And the
Proud of
sorry Heat player won it, but that was pretty interesting.
You can't say he's sorry, man. That boy be
I said because I don't like the Heat, so I can say what I want to say. That's what my
Everybody
name.
you do
King.
like,
I don't like you, and I don't like Smooth.
Well, we already know that. Tell us something new.
Y'all some haters, man.
Tom, he must love me because he didn't mention my name.
You know I love you.
You don't like his golf game either because he can't play.
Whatever. I played good today. I played good today.
That's the only day he played good was today.
Whatever, man. Whatever. So,
So did everybody have a good week? Everybody good?
Yeah, week was good.
Let's talk some NBA.
okay, so we're talking about the All-Star Weekend. What do y'all think about the dunk contest? Should it ended up in a tie, or should Aaron Gordon have won, or should the other guy have won?
They took that from him.
Well, he did kind of hit Taco Fall in the back of the head.
I don't
What's
care.
that mean?
Man.
Taco Fall, 7-4.
Yeah, but he didn't clear him.
Okay, well he should have tried to jump over Taco Fall.
But
Let's find out if he can jump over.
but the dunk that the guy did was something that Aaron Gordon had already done.
Exactly.
So how you give him a 50?
Okay.
You know Dwayne Wade messed him up.
Yeah, well, Dwayne Wade want the Heat to win it anyway. So, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, but then he
Especially
tried to
with
justify,
skills challenge.
Yeah,
Dwayne
he tried to explain
justify.
it.
But,
That ain't working.
You just got to go with that first feeling when they dunk it. If it gives you a ooh, like the guy over here with the 5-0s, then you got to give him the 10. he deserved it. I think he deserved it. So
It was very entertaining.
I think he got robbed.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah, I think he got robbed.
What
about the game?
I think it was the best All-Star game in a long
Yes,
time.
they were playing for charity, but
I
I like
that.
how
But
they
they
battled.
was playing for real.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bunch of,
Yeah.
it
It kind of reminded me of
They battled.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me because it was no clock. When you out there in the playgrounds and stuff like that.
And that's how they meant for it. That's how they meant for it to be too.
I say this: whoever came up with that, they need to get with the NFL
Oh, to do the same.
and do.
But they're not gonna do that in the NFL because they don't nobody want their players to get hurt. So that's the reason why they're not doing that with the
Go back
NFL.
to back in the day, though,
you know
man.
how, like,
Go
bigger
back to
teams,
go
like
back to back in
LeBron?
the day, though, man. They played football in the Hall of under the
All-Star.
in the All-Star game. It wasn't none of this. Okay, we're gonna come out here and play flag football,
Yeah,
two
'cause they
hands.
didn't
you
even
know what?
tackle.
Yeah,
But
but
you know what? Back in the day, they wasn't playing for giant money like they are now.
they play. Thank you.
$100,000
Yeah.
ain't no money for them though, really. If you think about it.
Yeah,
But they were playing for charity though.
When Walter Payton them was playing, they only got what?
Oh, you talking about the
Maybe-
NFL? Okay, I'm on the wrong
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Now they getting 10 grand.
Oh, to play in the All-Star?
Yeah, now they getting 100, 200,000.
Yeah, come on, man.
Just to show up, really.
Well,
Because that's all they doing.
Well, a lot of that, like I
Well,
said,
well,
goes to
well,
charity and everything, you know. But I will say this, it was a very interesting format. I like how they did that. That made them teams play hard. The kids were in the stands and were, you know, part of the charity. I just thought it was a very good, great All-Star weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And I made some people in Chicago mad at me because I was trolling Chicago. I said, bug Chicago. And all these people from Chicago get mad at me because I said, bug Chicago. Now, I'm a little bit upset because everybody thinks that Indy is not going to put on a good show. And Indy does.
Cold, you know, but look
It was cold in Chicago, yeah.
exactly.
But Indy knows how to put on events. One reason that the Final Four is here every 4 years.
Yes,
One reason that we're back at site for the Final Four. One reason that the ladies' Final Four is here is every 4 years. 2022, you have the college championship.
State. This is a
But
basketball
they talk about
state.
for entertainment. That, you know, there's people that go for the game and the festivities of All-Star Weekend. But some people go to party.
Oh yeah.
I used to be one of those people.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy All-Star Weekend. Tom, we can't read this, kind of little. But I'm saying, we're going to get to the fight. We're not going to talk about the fight yet. We're going to save the best for last. We're going to come to the fight last. Right now, we're going to talk about NBA All-Star. So, yeah, that's a lot better, Tom. I can see that. So, but the All-Star Weekend in Chicago was great. But watch what I tell y'all. Indianapolis will put on a great show. A guy was trolling Indy on Yahoo Sports.
Right.
He said he's going to start a petition to move the All-Star game from Indy. And a whole bunch of people in Indy went off.
I've seen that.
And Yahoo took it down. But y'all watch next year. Y'all gonna have a good time, just like they had a good time for the Super Bowl.
That
A
was
lot
a
of
great
ideas
time for
that
the
they
Super Bowl.
had at the Super Bowl, they adopted for other Super Bowls. So y'all watch. We're gonna put on a good show. I think Smooth said he wanted to talk a little bit of NBA basketball besides All-Star.
Hang on, I just want to say, hang on. We're gonna talk about the fight
Who's that?
here.
Just jump.
We're gonna talk about the
We
fight
ain't
in a
talking
second.
about. Cause just check this out. Remember all that trash he was talking last week about,
Yeah.
He was,
about
he
shooting
was.
some hoop and all that?
Yeah.
Don't be scared, dog. You in the city, baby.
Yeah, he's here.
Come on to the show. Who's baby?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put that rack on the table that you was talking
You know
about.
where the studio is, written pro.
Bo wasn't
I
here,
wasn't
but
here.
yeah, I got a challenge. What did he challenge?
Yeah. Come on, shoot some juice, man. Come on, man. He ain't ready.
Who
Talk
did
to
that?
One of my partners.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Written
Yeah.
pro.
So what did you want to talk about as far as the NBA is concerned, Smooth?
Okay, let's check this out. What do y'all think about who needs to be traded on Philly? Because apparently they're not gonna go nowhere. Who you think they need to get rid of? Get Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons?
Joel.
Oh man, I think you need to sit them down and have a conversation with them.
Yeah, they need to keep you
Or
know.
do you just fire the coach?
And did
No,
you
you
hear
don't
what?
fire the coach. You don't fire the coach. People are talking about fire Nate. I don't believe in firing
And
Nate.
you hear
Nate
what?
did a
You
good
hear
job.
what?
Are you
Joel
serious?
Embiid.
Yeah,
You hear what Joel Embiid said?
what did he
He
say?
said he's the best basketball player in the league.
Well, you know, you got to have confidence in yourself.
I mean, you got the confidence in yourself,
You
but
can have
that's
You talking about
overstated.
center wise?
Yeah.
He said basketball player in the league.
Impossible
That
because
includes
Freak
everybody.
put it on his butt last
Yeah.
night.
Right, right.
Did he not?
But I was impressed
He had
with
35
Philly
the
because
night
they fought
before. He
back.
had what, 17 last night?
Yeah.
I was
Freak put it
impressed
on.
with Philly because they fought back to get back
They
in the
did.
game. You
But
know, then the
Ben
game
got
going
hurt.
overtime.
Ben got hurt
Yeah.
though, and his back, he's got back issues.
Well, he
Yeah.
got a broken jumper issue too. If he hit his jumper, you know, Philly would probably be unstoppable. But his
Probably
outside
would.
shot is garbage. But he
Garbage.
plays excellent defense and he can't get to the hole.
What do you
He's an
think?
excellent assist man.
What do you think about the small ball in Houston?
The
Oh,
small
man.
ball in Houston
Okay,
seems
no,
to be
no,
working in
That's
Houston.
what I
That's
wanted
what
to
I'm
talk
go-
about.
yeah,
I
me
mentioned
too,
that
'cause
earlier.
My thing is, who you think is a better matchup with him and Westbrook or with him and Paul last year? You know what I'm saying? Who do you think was a better
Him and
combination?
Westbrook, Harden and
Yeah,
Westbrook.
Harden and Westbrook.
Because now
See
that they
what
don't
they
have a
did
center in
last
it
night?
no more, I mean, they shoot threes out of this world. Even though I don't think that type of basketball will succeed in the playoffs,
Right.
because it hasn't. It hasn't. But, I mean, you know, they had, 15 threes the other day, so I was highly impressed with
Yeah,
Houston. You know?
they combined for 72 points last night against the Jazz.
Well, they number one. They Westbrook and Harden is number one as far as the duo.
Well, yeah, but
scoring.
But
They
when you
number
look
one.
at the score, they combined for 70 something,
72 points last night.
72 points.
Well, what's happening is,
But the rest of the team had
They
30.
can't do that the whole
30
season. You
something?
know, when the playoffs come, they're
Come
gonna be
on,
tired.
man, come on.
They're gonna
what's
be tired.
happening is, since they don't have a center now,
Right.
that's allowing Westbrook to drive the
run
lane
it
now.
and
I
for
don't
them to
care.
run.
You
Right.
really
And
need
they
a
gonna-
center in the game.
I mean, you do, but you don't, though.
You do.
You do, but you don't. Now, think about this. Yeah, you're going to suffer on defense a little bit, but when you on offense, who is your centers gonna check? That means they got to come out that middle. They spread that floor.
You mean when Houston's on offense?
Yeah, when you spread that.
They don't have a center.
But understand what I'm saying though.
What he's saying,
When you
the
spread
other
that
team
floor,
with the big guy
a
guarding
lot of
the
them
smaller
big guys
guys.
can't check.
No, he gonna be quicker.
Them smaller guys,
They'll
them
be quicker.
forwards, and it's probably.
But you gotta keep them around the rim.
They'll
Somebody
be
gotta get
quicker,
rebound.
man. They'll be quicker.
Okay,
They gonna pull them out.
if you shooting jumpers and driving, where's the ball going? Boring, it's coming back out. You don't need nobody sitting down low when you shooting a whole bunch of 3-pointers.
Even when you're driving, you
and when
still
you
need
driving,
center.
but if you making majority of your
Yeah, I was
layups,
gonna say, you
because
can't miss.
they gonna be
think
burned
about it.
out
Number
by
one,
game
Harden,
82.
Harden is the most free throw shooting person in the NBA right now.
Right.
Why? Because he
And
knows
he
how
gonna
to
be
draw
burned
a
out
shot.
by game 82.
Westbrook don't burn out. He goes.
Well,
100
Westbrook was
miles an hour.
dirty the other
Westbrook
day.
gonna be hurt.
Westbrook was dirty the other day. They were winning the game, and he threw that elbow. He got thrown out of the game. He got second tech. He needs to be careful anyway.
Right.
He has 15 technical fouls right now. And that
Right.
blow that he gave him was unnecessary. The
It
guy
was
was just playing
unnecessary.
good defense.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, but I still.
They ain't
And
gonna
you
win
know what?
nothing. They're fourth in the Western Conference.
You know
So
what?
They moved up to fourth.
I am so tired of you Fakers fans crying.
Who's crying?
The Clippers are getting everybody. Well, when James do it, y'all don't talk about him. I'm talking about both of them. The big market teams, except for the Knicks, are always trying to go out and get somebody. So the Clippers went out and got one twin. The Lakers had to go out and get the other twin. You know, everybody's battling
I
back
thought
and
they
forth.
canceled that.
No, they canceled Marcus going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You sure?
That's what I heard.
Bo don't know nothing.
Well, I don't know nothing.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't seen him out there playing with him last night, but I don't know.
Is there a Morris brother playing for the Lakers?
One of you.
Anyway,
He didn't go.
while he's searching that, what? I mean, but the Clippers.
No, he's
though,
going
they-
still.
The
He's still
Clippers
going.
is sucking right now. Anybody like to come? Sorry, they sucking. They lost.
Why? Because they can't keep Paul
Can I have
George
one
and
moment?
Kawhi Leonard on
Can I have
the floor
one
together.
moment? I want y'all to read a comment.
Who's comment?
It's a guy. Look at the guy. You see Sean Hampton.
Sean Hampton. Okay, not being funny. Yet that's. Well, let me go.
Listen,
this.
I can't do your show due to over talking dominance by one person. Everyone has knowledge, but one voice shouldn't speak for all the panel. You see the comment? You know anybody that's talking sports that everybody's just calm.
You must be talking about me. Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Hampton, what do you know about sports? Because if two people are talking about sports, if it's 2 people, 3 people, 4, there's going to be somebody talking over everybody. That's what it's about.
Right.
So
we
we
not
respect his opinion.
Respect his
However,
we're not sports center. We're not.
yeah,
We're
it's
tired.
uncensored here. We're
Yeah,
real. This
we're
is
real.
what you
Right.
do. So, Mr. Hampton,
It's
we
not a-
respect
it's
your
not a
opinion.
monologue,
However, it's a bit biased because you're not understanding.
You
the
keep,
concepts
you
of
keep
sports.
watching, Mr. Hampton.
He must talk with a lot of quiet people. Guys, excuse me, they raise their hands. On here, we talk. It's real.
Right.
Okay.
Now back to our sports talk.
Get back to your show. Thank you, Mr. Hampton.
you for
Mr.
your-
Hampton, we appreciate it,
Right on,
but
Doc.
this is what we do.
Real
All right,
talk.
here
In every sports show.
Right.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
All of them do that.
But I tell you what, like I said,
Real.
I'm tired of the Lakers. I'm tired of the Lakers crying. You know, first they say James the best player in the world. He don't need no help. He's going to elevate your team. Then they cry when the Clippers beat them to the punch getting players. You know, they got Marquise Morris. Then they got another player before them that the Lakers also won, and they was crying about that. They was crying. Yeah, the Lakers your team. I'm talking about
Yeah, I know.
you. You looking
What you got
directly
to
at
say?
it. What you got to say?
I
Don't
don't have
hit him.
nothing to say.
Look, don't hit him.
I don't have nothing to say.
I'm gonna help you
because,
out on
yeah,
that. All right, don't even worry about it, but I got your back.
All right.
Lakers been winning. Clippers been losing.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
Who's
I
the
don't
best
care
in the West?
I'm not a big Laker fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I'll say it again, once again. So before he even get on me talking about yo, I am a LeBron fan. But LeBron has been making a better impact in the NBA right now since the second half of the season than started than Kawhi Leonard has. Number one, because they have been losing. I told y'all this the last show.
Playoff
that it is
basketball
something
is
going
totally-
on in the Clippers organization in that locker room. The reason they're not gelling and playing like they need to be.
Playoff basketball, Smooth, is totally different
Now.
than regular season
And I
basketball.
understand that.
The Lakers don't have a bench. They're going to get there. The Clippers going to get there, and the Lakers going to get there. The Lakers have zero bench. You know, y'all were depending on Javal McGee and Howard. And who's with that broken shot?
Are
Rondo?
they balling? Are
They balling.
They balling. That's your bench, right?
And I'm gonna put it to
They
you like this:
balling,
the
though.
first half of the game yesterday,
You got
Dave-
Caruso coming off the bench.
Davis
He's
didn't score.
balling.
Davis didn't score his
Yeah.
first point until like maybe 5 seconds left in the.
You got Caldwell Pope. He balling.
And they-
So don't say
yeah.
they don't have a bench.
And
They don't have a
They
bench
don't
come
have a bench.
playoff time. The bench will be the downfall of the Lakers come playoff.
Well, answer me
Where's
this.
the Clippers bench? All they got is Luke.
Well,
Sweet
answer me.
Luke.
Well, answer me this then.
That's all they
Where
got
do
is
you-
Sweet Luke.
Where do you think they're gonna go in the playoffs without Paul George? Do you think they're gonna go? How
No,
Nowhere.
they won't go past that.
Paul George is just day to day. He's not out for the rest of the season like Kyrie.
I feel
You
but
Laker groupies just kill me.
He's not healthy though. And when
Just
you don't
a
have a
hater,
healthy
period,
man,
aren't you?
AD hasn't played the whole season since he ever came in the NBA. Y'all better hope he make it to the playoffs.
Oh, he will.
They better start road managing him.
He will.
Y'all killing me.
Oh,
You know, they
man.
got, since they changed the schedule for the game, they gonna have to play 3 days, 3 games right at the end of the season. So they're going into the playoff
Who?
with a bunch of the Lakers.
It depends on how the Lakers are already situated. If those
No,
three
no,
games
no,
don't
they
mean
do.
anything,
Yeah, I mean,
if those 3 games don't mean
it all
nothing,
depends.
you know y'all gonna load manage AD and
Absolutely.
James. If
Absolutely.
those 3 games don't mean anything.
Absolutely.
So-
Yeah,
Right.
you're right. It depends on where they at that point.
Right.
You know, as far as how many games back is the next team, or that they don't lose the number 1 spot.
Right.
So, but still, that's a tough schedule this late in the season.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, you
check
know,
this out.
Well, y'all talking about the benches. I just want to say one thing about the Pacers bench. The Pacer bench is great. I mean, do y'all?
I agree with
y'all
you.
agree? I truly believe we got a long bench. When,
We do.
When the starters are tired, we're not losing nothing.
The bench
You
moves
know what?
the
My
ball
thing
more
with the
than
Pacers, and I love the Pacers.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
We don't want your love.
Yes, I do.
We don't want your love.
They got it.
We don't want your
Oh,
love.
man.
We don't want your
I
love.
love the Pacers.
We don't want no Lakers
But-
cheering for us.
But anyway, my thing is, Nate got to change up that 4th quarter lineup. When he comes,
He usually does.
when it comes
But-
to the 4th quarter, they lose.
No.
They lose something.
At first it wasn't because Nate was doing what Frank Vogel
He still
didn't
doing
do.
what Frank
He
do.
did.
Right? No, they leave the people in their side. But lately here, I wouldn't been the
You're right.
last 4 or 5 games. He has went back with the stars. But I think that's because he's trying to squeeze Vic back into those situations.
He is.
I don't even know if he's playing tonight. He had a sore back the other day. He had to come out. But I like his progression
Well, they
and how
say
he's
he don't
coming.
play back-to-back games.
Right, but I'm thinking because his back was hurt. It's not a back-to-back tonight
Right.
because they play Friday.
Right.
But since his back is sore, they may hold him out. So we'll
Right.
see if he plays against Toronto tonight, which should be a pretty interesting game.
Mhm.
And I got to admit that Toronto is playing way better than what I thought they were.
Oh,
They
balling.
are scorching
They
hot.
really are.
Pascal Siakam, he balling.
I'm telling you
Balling
something
out.
too. The East is going to be a dogfight. I mean, you have, of course, Milwaukee.
Mhm.
You have Toronto, you have Boston, you have the Heat, and you have the Pacers. Those 5 teams are really playing good ball. I mean, Pacers, we went down a little losing streak with 6 games, but I think in the end
But
we're
they
going
were
to be
so
okay.
close, Reggie. It's like 1 point here. You know what I mean? It wasn't no blowouts. I mean, they wasn't getting blown out. It was just like I kind of agree with him.
Thank you, Daryl Cobb, for telling me he won't play tonight. He just told me that Vic won't play tonight.
Can you
Oh,
say
okay.
that a little louder?
Well, I do agree.
Agree with
I'm
what?
gonna say
Agree with what?
America. I agree with Bo when he says, what you said
About Nate and his coach.
about Nate. He needs to definitely have a stronger,
Start in the
5
fourth
coming
quarter.
in there on that 4th quarter, just to keep it for, keep them fresh.
Because the other day they had a 23-point lead.
and yeah,
And then they got it
That
down
don't
to
mean
8.
nothing.
They
Dallas
got it down there.
Dallas was playing Toronto. They were up by 30 points.
I'm not
and
talking
Toronto
about
came back
Dallas
and
and
win.
Toronto.
It happens in the
I'm not
NBA.
talking about Dallas.
It happens
We're talking
in the
about the
NBA.
Indiana Pacers.
It happens in the
We
NBA all the
talking about
time.
does,
Indiana
Reggie. You're
Pacers.
right. You're right. 23
And the
points ain't nothing.
And the Pacers are consistent with
They
that.
are.
They are consistent. Be up
They
by
are.
23 and then.
Well, they
fight
consistently
to
beating the
win
Lakers.
game.
We beat the Lakers earlier in the year. We're going to beat them again in
No,
their
you
spot.
ain't. No, you ain't.
I
Bet
think we will.
that. Bet that.
I think
What,
we
you-
will.
you
Already on wood.
You already
Nobody hasn't
you already on
even,
me push-ups from the San Francisco
I
49ers.
know. I know. You ready?
Your 49ers lost You better be
Right,
gonna put
this on video.
Did you see somebody pay me my push-ups for 49ers loss? Did you pay me my push-ups?
Not yet. We
Bang, bang. We don't have to hear about the 49ers until next year.
Yeah, somebody do all these
Man,
push-ups.
look, I'm still a little soft about that. You know, still a little soft about that Super Bowl game. Okay, so be easy on me. Okay.
Thanks, Lamont Stokes. We thank you. Lamont Stokes said he loves the show.
We appreciate
Right,
that.
right,
We appreciate that. So what's our next topic of discussion? We're gonna talk.
Hey, man, check this out, y'all. How down do y'all think the Pelicans gonna be now that Zion is gelling with them?
Man,
They'd be all right, but you have to wait till next season to see. Really.
Why
you know,
next
because-
season?
I think they still.
I don't think the Lakers want to see him in the playoffs if they make the
No.
I
playoffs.
think they got a slim chance to possibly making that playoff.
But that last seed is gonna be tough. You got Portland, you got
San Antonio,
San Antonio,
you got Memphis,
and you got the New Orleans battling for that eighth spot.
Mhm.
I think you got Memphis. Oh, John Morant. Oh Lord,
Rookie of the
John
year.
Morant.
Rookie of the year.
Oh,
you heard
man.
it here.
John Morant's balling, man.
Yeah.
I like the skill. He don't back down. He's sharing the
Don't back
ball,
down for
dunk the ball,
nobody.
hit the jumper. He go to the hole. I really like John Morant's game. I really do.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah.
Rookie of the year. If you don't get it,
Okay,
That's a
Durham
travesty.
Cox betting tip today says take Toronto in the over, and he's a Pacer fan. I'm moving my seat away from him.
Okay, so we still talking about
Who we
basketball.
got? Who we
It
got?
didn't pop up
Who we
yet.
got, Reggie?
It didn't pop up yet. It's popping up over here.
Yeah, since we still talking about basketball, what y'all think about the top three losses yesterday? You got
Baylor.
Baylor who lost.
Baylor lost.
You had Gonzaga that lost, and you had San Diego State that lost.
San Diego State lost?
Boy,
I did not lose. Was it a bad loss or a close loss?
Honestly, they got beat by UNLV.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, but they only
Larry
lost
Johnson
by, they only
played?
lost
I'm
by
just
three.
kidding.
They only lost by 3. It was a close game. You know what I'm saying? But UNLV gave them boys a run for their money, boy. I mean, like, for real.
I tell you what, I like. And I don't know how many bets I'm gonna make, 'cause I'm scared to make some bets on some of these teams. I'm
I
telling
saved
you.
my money this year.
I mean, Butler was playing good. Now they playing
Now
good.
they playing,
The
yeah.
Big East and the Big Ten are the two best divisions in college basketball. You know, I love that North Carolina's losing. I love that your
Hey, watch
got
your
blew out
mouth.
the other
Watch
day
your-
too.
They ain't the same
Okay,
shit.
they
They
got
lost
blew out.
Blue
by-
Devils.
They got blew. Well, they won
Yeah.
last night, but the game before that they
But
got
did,
blew out by North
but
Carolina State.
did you see the game between North Carolina and Duke?
No,
Did you see it?
I just saw the final
It
score.
it came down to the last seconds of the game. The Duke player climbed all over the North Carolina player to knock the ball out of bounds, which they should have called a foul, and then they called the ball out on North Carolina. And you saw the replay. They even went to the, you know, to the table.
Yeah.
and they still ruled it. I mean, you see the replay and you see the guy reach in and just.
Oh, you're a North Carolina fan, ain't you?
I ain't.
Oh, okay, my bad. I see why you put it
I-
right now. I forgot.
You act like bad calls don't have.
No, but when you go to the tape,
You should have given your glasses, man.
Should the coach be
Yeah,
fired?
they didn't see
Should
it.
Tar Heels
No,
coach be
You gotta
fired?
realize
No.
there's people upstairs in the replay booth upstairs that can see that
because they
stuff
got a
too.
bunch of young guys.
What is the reason North Carolina's losing?
They gonna
Kentucky
let-
has young guys out
Yeah,
every
they-
year.
They got young
You
guys
know,
that
Roy,
that don't know
Kentucky
that-
has young guys every year too.
Yeah, but they lost the whole team.
Who?
North Carolina.
And
Everybody went
Kentucky
to the
don't
bowl.
lose the whole team?
No,
Duke did
not
too.
last year.
Dude lost
Duke
the
did
only
too.
person they got
Yeah.
back was what one of their big guys and they up
Trey,
Trey Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but they lost the whole team. I mean, everybody that's starting five is totally new.
You get an
Versus-
excuse, you get an excuse, and you get
Who
an
is your
excuse.
college team anyway?
You get an
Oh,
excuse,
Walter.
you
Oh,
get an
Walter.
Who's your
excuse,
college
and
team
you get
anyway?
an excuse.
Huh?
I like all the Indiana teams.
Oh.
I like
Here we
IU,
go.
I like
can't-
Purdue,
you
I
can't
like Butler.
never narrow it down to one team.
I'm an Indiana
like
guy.
One team that you know what I'm saying.
Right, I'm Indiana guy.
Yeah.
And whoever playing Duke in North Carolina. I'm sorry, First Lady. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, First Lady.
You're a
You
Duke
good.
fan, right?
You good? Oh yeah.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. I'm mad at
Oh,
them too.
man.
Okay, y'all see what Jeff is talking about? Y'all want to talk about the fight now?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about the
Oh,
fight.
no, before we go to the fight,
What's that?
what do y'all think about the XFL? I really like some of
Ooh,
those
I
games.
like
What's his
it.
name? BJ.
BJ Walker.
I
He used to
like
be
it.
a coach on the coach training center.
Mhm.
Matter of
I like
fact, Pittsburgh Steelers wanted him for the practice squad because they want him to, what's the quarterback for the Ravens? They want him to run the practice squad so they can practice against him. But PJ
Lamar
Walker
Jackson.
is gonna wind up being
An NFL quarterback.
right.
You think?
Just he's undersized. He has all the throws. He's playing great ball.
He
There's been
is.
some good games in the XFL.
Oh, yeah.
I like the wrinkles in the game. I don't think teams should go for 2. I think they should go for 5. Though the ball's back a little bit fair. But I really have enjoyed the XFL.
The only thing about the XFL to me is not the football. It's just the timing of it because you got March Madness coming up and the NBA. I
Yeah, 'cause they're
kind of
getting-
after the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not down in the XFL. I'm just
No,
saying
they're getting,
in the season. The season, basketball season that everybody's focusing on.
Well, but everybody's
like a
watching.
hater, man.
A lot
No,
of
I'm not hating the XFL because I watched the
a-
game or two.
A lot of people are watching those, so
Yeah,
they're
I've
definitely
watched-
getting.
I think that the biggest crowd they had in Seattle was like 30,000 or something. So that's pretty
That's
good.
good.
So we're gonna talk the fight, huh?
Yeah. Jeff, y'all see what Jeff says? Says, I told y'all Fury was going to beat Wilder.
I did
Let's
not
discuss
think Fury was gonna win. I did not think he was gonna win.
I was like you, kind of on the fence, because I saw his, the preliminary where they show all his fights and stuff. God dang, that British boy hits.
The Gypsy King. I gotta admit, I already knew Fury was the better fighter
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he
because of
boxes.
this. Luck.
No,
Knocking 41 people
No.
out is not luck.
not at all.
Wilder, to me, did not prepare to box. He should have known that he was gonna come in and try to mug.
It's still been a good fight because if y'all could tell toward that 6th round, I believe, Fury was getting tired, but he was still hitting. But if he had never busted
You
his
see him lick his
eardrum,
neck.
seen him bust his eardrum,
Who?
it was over.
Somebody said that
yeah.
was an illegal hit. I don't think it was a legal hit. If you swinging, sometimes you can get hit in the temple.
Right.
Sometimes you're gonna get hit in the ear.
Right.
He was bloody.
That's boxing.
No, he busted that eardrum, and then his equilibrium was off.
Oh yeah.
He
I mean,
looked
blood
drunk
coming from
out
the
there.
mouth in the second or third round.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
blood coming from the mouth.
They should have
Oh.
stopped it then. And I was gonna ask too about the fight, and everybody out there listening, what do you think about the trainer throwing the towel in? I personally think it should have happened when they seen all that blood coming out his ear, and he wasn't right. He just wasn't right after
Well,
that.
I don't think the trainer threw it in. I thought the referee stopped the fight.
No. That
The
was
referee
his
stopped
corner.
him.
Nope. If you look at it, towel is on the daggone mat, and you see him throw it out there. Because Wilder went over there and said, "What you do that for?"
Okay.
He was like, "Why did y'all?"
Mhm.
He said, they told him, "Your ear is bleeding. Your eardrum is like he wasn't right at all. I mean, he wasn't.
Well,
Look how many times he fell.
Well, he fell because he got tripped once. He got knocked down twice, I think.
If your equilibrium was on,
Well,
okay,
he
would have caught those type
He was
of
tired.
falls,
He was tired.
Yeah,
He's
that
gonna have to
too.
get him a new trainer, like Fury got him a new trainer,
You
and
think?
train for your opponent. You're gonna have to become more of a boxer. Now, maybe that's gonna teach Wilder to become more of a boxer.
Yeah, 'cause
I
he-
like Wilder, and I wish him well. And y'all
I
telling me
think
it's gonna be.
it might be too late in his
I
career.
think it's gonna be a third fight.
Y'all keep telling me it's gonna be a third fight, but I wouldn't mind seeing Fury fight Joshua for the unite all the belts,
Mhm.
But if Wilder got to fight him first, okay. But I want to see the belts united again. We hadn't have a true heavyweight champion since who? Who was the last one that unified at the belts? 20 years ago.
Mike Tyson.
No,
Who?
Lennox Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He was
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
champ that unified all the
And he
belts.
boxed.
Yeah. Now he was a boxer. So is Fury. He boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, he jabbed. And Wilder just didn't have nothing for him coming back. You know, anytime you get a jab at you, you got to jab back. He wasn't doing that. Then he started running in the 5th round. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
I mean, he backed up off, just kept backing up. Fury hit him. I just feel like he got a butt whooping last night. Period. A butt whooping.
He did. He got beat down. He said.
But at the end of the fight, though, he was saying something about his leg was bothering him or something. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to use that for an excuse.
Oh, he
I mean,
did
but the
say
first
that.
time he fought him too, he said he wasn't feeling well. Is he coming with a bunch of excuses?
Bottom line, he got his tail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah.
You got to have good, strong, power in your legs to be able to throw a good punch and have your balance right and everything. But Fury was laying some haymakers on him last night.
He was.
That was ugly.
And then tried to lick the blood off his neck.
I know that was
nasty.
disgusting.
That's
Man,
nasty.
what in the
Did you
world is
see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
He was all on his neck like.
I think he was trying
Like
to.
a freak.
I think he was trying to intimidate him or make him
It was
a.
freaky to me.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
did he really just do that? Did
Right.
he really just?
But what you think about his corner stopping the fight? Was it a good move or was it premature?
I'm going
It
with
was
a good
over.
move.
It was
I mean,
over.
you don't want
It
to
was
see.
over.
It was
Listen,
over.
listen. Y'all know in the first round, it wasn't good for Wilder. First round. And then when he started really getting beat up after, the 3rd and 4th, and the ear, that I would have did it then. When I seen that eardrum busted and he wasn't right, they knew he wasn't right. I'm throwing in the towel. Because I don't want to see my fighter getting hurt like
Right.
that. And
Yeah, because
You
that
know,
could be
So
permanent.
let him to fight another day.
Exactly.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing a part 3, but I really do hope Wilder gets a new trainer, like I said.
And he may.
His trainer, Fury's trainer, had him ready for that fight. Had him ready. He
was
mauled
very
him. He
ready.
leaned on
He
him.
was very
headlocked.
ready.
He had him
Oh
ready.
yeah, he was ready.
Do you think he can change his style of fighting at this point?
I don't see why not. He's a young guy. If
Yeah.
he's willing to listen
Yeah.
to who a trainer is that comes in, he's got to be willing to listen to that trainer.
Oh yeah.
You can't always go for I know you got 41 knockouts, but sometimes you're gonna have in your career. Sometimes you're gonna have to box.
Yeah. See,
What did Jeff just say? I'm sorry, but when I seen 5 bands, what does 5 bands mean to y'all? He said he got 5 bands for all of
No,
us.
I think 5 hands.
Oh, what is? Oh,
Somebody that's the thing he can out hoop us. I don't know.
I
I think he's still having them hoop dreams.
no,
I ain't gonna take that away from you, dog. I remember
Who's that saying,
you
hey,
had a
Bo?
you had a cool little jumper,
Tom,
man.
who's that saying, hey,
I don't
Bo?
think you're ready, man. I don't think
That's
you're ready.
Mr. Lawrence. But
Yeah.
Jeff did say 5 bands.
Hey, Cookie.
He got
He
5
said,
bands.
I got 5 bands, a piece for all of y'all.
Yeah,
Smooth,
so-
you know.
So what
That's
is
what
that?
Jeff
What
said.
is he
Hey man,
saying?
I'm ready to hit the
He want to make a
20.
bet. He want to bet 5 bands. He want to bet.
Are we playing ball or are we just making a bet on the next game or something?
5 bands is 5 grand.
That's hey. When I say 5, I had to stop. Did I just read that right?
He want to lose his money
Hey,
like
man,
that.
was you drinking last night? Did you go play cards last night, man? Is that what it is you was drinking? That's what it is. You was drinking last night.
Yeah,
So,
that's Mr. Lawrence talking.
Bo, do you have your little history fact today?
Yes, I do.
Okay, hold on, Bo.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you gotta.
You're gonna love this.
We gotta do the lead in. We gotta do the
Yeah,
lead in.
we
If
gonna-
Tom ain't had a
Can I
blooper
say
yet.
one more
Yeah.
thing before he does that? That was my little funny moment, Mr. Producer Tom. But did y'all notice? I was trying to say this without laughing. But Wilder had 2 little beads.
2 shells. 2 seashells, you understand? Yeah, I saw that.
By the 5th round, he only had 1. I said, "Oh yeah, he's getting his
He done.
So he got shell shocked, huh?
Yeah. Wilder done knocked out one of the beads in the back
You
of
been
his
Fury
brain.
tonight.
I mean,
Boy.
Fury, yeah.
I don't think Wilder threw enough blows, so here come Bo's nose segment now.
All right.
Hold on,
What
Bo.
you know, Bo? What do you know?
Let your
Yeah,
section
yeah.
run.
You let my little sec.
Is that sorry 49ers
All
joke?
right. Don't be a hater. All right. Okay. You know this is the end of Black History Month, right? We're coming to a close on Black History Month. So I thought I'd bring up somebody that nobody has ever had. I had to dig for this play on words. Okay? So it's Lucy Diggs Slow. Slow is her last name. Was the first black woman to serve as Dean of Women at any American university, and the first dean of women at Howard University. She was one of the original 16 founders of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, incorporated, the first sorority founded by African American women. She was one of the 9 original founders of the sorority in 1908 at Howard University. In 1922, Slow was appointed the first dean of women at Howard University. She continued in that role at Howard for 15 years until her death. In addition, Slow created and led 2 professional associations to support college administrators. So, you may ask, what does she have to do with sports? Here it is. Slow was also a tennis champion,
Oh, wow.
winning the national title of the American Tennis Association first tournament in 1917, the first African American woman to win a major sports title.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and
Okay, hold on. What year is this? I'm sorry. What year?
1917. She won that.
And she was the first what? Sportswoman to do what?
First African American woman to win a sports title
In tennis.
in tennis.
Oh, in tennis.
In
I'm
tennis.
thinking you mean. I'm
So,
thinking
you know, growing up, I always heard about Althea Gibson. But before Althea Gibson, it was not only Lucy Diggs Slow. You have to think about Ora Mae Washington, who was known as the Queen of Tennis for her prowess on the tennis court. From 1924 to 1937, Washington played in the American Tennis Association, which was the same association that Slow was in. From 1929 to 1937, Washington won 8 ATA national crowns in women's singles. Washington was also women's doubles champion from 1925 to 1936.
Oh, wow.
In the mixed doubles championship, Washington won in 1939, 46, and 47. But Althea Gibson, who, as you know, broke the color barrier, you know, by joining United States National Championship in the 50s. So give it up to
Well, shouts out to
Lucy.
Slow
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
AKAs
Lucy
and
Slow.
everything.
yes.
You know, she was a great woman, it
tennis
sounds
champion.
like.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I did not know that.
You got something else?
Oh, but that's not related to this. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it consecutive after.
Bo knows something a little bit.
He
Yeah.
knows something. He knows something.
He had to pull something out of his,
So shouts out to women in Black history.
all right.
And on top of that, you know, they're not
That was
only,
good.
they're,
I
they're
like
not
that.
only
Gets the
dominating,
ball
they're not only dominating in sports, they're dominating in the corporate rooms too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black women.
Yeah, most definitely. Black women really just don't understand how amazing they are. I wish they quit
Right.
watching all this reality TV and thinking,
Right.
wearing all this crazy stuff, looking half retarded, want to be fast and hoochies and all that old crazy stuff, and understand that y'all are so powerful within our
Absolutely.
history,
Well, did-
powerful in our lives regardless. Y'all just don't understand how amazing y'all are.
And with that said, I don't know if any of y'all checked out the NAACP awards thing last night, but you know, we do have a very talented, you know, race. I truly believe
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
I mean, as far as
Absolutely.
like acting, you know, and it's not a racist thing. It's not a. I'm not even trying to, but look at the NBA teams. You know what I'm saying? Look at the football teams. Acting now coming up. It's a lot of color.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
Well, I mean, if people really go back and check out their history, I mean, black people have created so much. Everything, a lot of things that you use in your everyday life, a black man or black woman has created.
Right.
I mean, we walk around here and act like everything is so come from overseas and over here, and they did. No. We created that. Do your history. Quit being
Right.
afraid of history.
Absolutely.
Your
And I will-
history is your future. You
That's
just
right.
don't understand that.
But a lot of people
History is
don't.
your present.
But
Exactly.
you know,
You know.
y'all know a lot of us though, black folks don't search it. They don't. You know, they're not interested. We need to be more interested in it. I think.
Exactly.
And like with Michael B. Jordan, what Jamie Foxx said last night, you know that guy, a lot of his acting is toward black folks. You know, he's doing a lot of. Look at the
Oh, yeah.
story. You know, what is it called?
Just Mercy.
Just Mercy.
That's a great
you know?
movie.
Great movie.
You haven't
Jamie
seen
won
it?
a.
Yeah. I
haven't
He
seen
won
it.
an award
That's a
for
great
that.
movie.
Oh yeah, it's really
It's a
good.
great movie.
Really
Okay.
good movie. He won an award for that. But thanks to Michael B. Jordan, you know, he's doing a lot, pulling out stories like that about our race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just
So
the black
you saying,
race.
so and you say, what's it? Jamie Foxx won the award
Oh, yeah,
for
he
it.
won
You know,
for
that's
Just Mercy,
NAACP award. But how are they gonna look at it?
You never
when the,
know.
when the
never
Oscars come
know.
out?
It might be
The
a good
Oscars is
thing.
funny,
Yeah.
man. So we're gonna get back on. We're gonna get back on sports now. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you have for the day?
Let's see. What else did we talk
Oh,
about? For the
well, I can.
The
we can
baseball
talk about
thing.
that.
The baseball
yeah,
We're gonna
thing.
talk about the golf incident or
Hey,
the
man,
golf.
No,
thing.
check this out, though. That's what I don't get about baseball. Baseball is one of the most funny style sports ever, though. Houston, how is it, and commissioner of baseball, how is it that you will allow a team to cheat, to literally cheat, but you will
I
not
believe
allow?
he has some kind of tie.
Wait. You gotta get
He
what I'm
want
getting ready to
what?
say. You gotta get what I'm getting ready to say. But you will stop the fans from coming in with a sign so they can't talk about the cheating Astros. That is just
Right.
ridiculous. How are you gonna punish the fans and take away their sign?
Well, you know what?
But you will let this team
That's a
cheat and
sensitive
nobody
subject
get-
with me.
nobody
But I did a little bit of research on that. The reason that they were able to suspend managers and coaches. It's sensitive. But if I know what pitch is coming, I can lay off, or I know what pitch to hit. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, they cheated. They cheated my Dodgers. Yeah, they cheated.
It was sick
Cheating,
about
period.
that cheat right there.
Yeah, he was sick.
Yeah, I was
I
sick.
don't
Like
blame
in
him. I
football,
would be
Bill
too.
Belichick and then with the what was it? They had the cameras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like a loser
Got
like Bo.
down the sideline
Yeah,
filming,
yeah.
you know.
I felt like a loser like Bo's 49ers.
I just,
Oh, man. On that
That's a
note,
low blow.
as an
That's a low
athlete,
blow. On that note, I got a little video clip about a golf shot. Hit it, Tom.
oh, I think I know which
this
one
the one
this
that's
is.
going in the water. They
Yeah.
come right out the
Yeah.
water. That's what I
Yeah.
was talking about earlier. Look at that and come
Look
up
at
out the water.
Hey man, he had a
And look where it rolled.
lucky. He had a lucky fish on his side or something.
That's how I was shooting them today.
Probably hit a turtle shell.
Yeah,
That's how I was shooting them today at the golf course before I came here.
It dumped off a turtle shell. Or
Yeah,
something.
bounced off a turtle shell.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
But
tell
he
you,
was-
Reggie, you think he was setting you up?
I wasn't gonna set Reggie up, but his game ain't that good.
Hey, my game is good, man. My golf game better than your bowling game.
No,
No,
Okay?
it ain't. No, it ain't. Man, you hit a turtle shell, that turtle gonna come at you.
Whatever, man.
When it gets warmer, we all gonna all sport. We gotta go.
Okay.
Go where?
Go golfing?
Go golfing.
You
Oh
go.
go.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't no golfer. But
Me
will
either. I will go.
I'm
I will go to
I'm a
see.
putt putter.
It's fun.
We can go putt putt.
That's the same thing. If you putt, you golf.
So y'all promised me 2 outings. We're gonna do the 3 points, the
Oh,
3
yeah.
shoot off, and
Oh,
golf.
yeah,
Ooh,
I'm
I'm
there.
gonna win
There's a
that.
3-point
there.
shootout.
Remember, you
Okay,
were here
you-
last week.
no.
Jeff
he
Ripro
wasn't.
challenged
Yeah.
everybody on the
Who
panel.
did? Who challenged?
Jeff Buell.
And he really
He challenged
messed up
everyone
challenging the first
to
lady.
a 3-point
'cause,
shootout. I'm like,
Are you
no, wait,
going
Jeff.
around? Are you
There was-
going
No,
around?
that was Doug P1. He said he challenged.
Every-
Who's the better one on the panel that can shoot 3 points?
And
That's
he
what he
wanted
said.
to
See, my game is
play
built for
them.
the inside, but I will get in it. I'm not really a
I'm an
3-point
outside
specialist,
shooter.
but I'm inside.
I'll get in.
I like those.
I know I can be bold smooth, so I'm in it. I know I can be defensive. I might
Boy,
be
look
first
here.
lady, but I know I can be bold smooth.
No.
You know?
I think he bet on some of that furry cocaine too.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for those of you that's in the Indy area who watches our show, who have young kids who like to play sports or cheerleading, we do have our flag football season starting. So you can go up to the Gardens around, let's see, 12 o'clock, well, actually 1 o'clock on Saturday, and get them signed up for flag football or cheerleading. Also, if you live on the west side, or if you don't live on the west side, go to the Donato's on Georgetown, and if you buy a pizza there, it does help donate to our football league. Now, you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, why don't I want to do that? Well, check this out. Y'all say that there's not enough things going on for these kids to be in.
Let's
Us
get it going.
as coaches and parents, I mean, there's a lot of us are parents that deal with these leads and stuff, and we take our own money out of our own pockets to make sure these young men and women have something to do. So if we can do it as a community, y'all should be able to help out and do it yourself. So go to Donato's, get your kids something to eat, get yourself something to eat. If you need flyers, we have flyers that actually if you can take with you, and it shows that you're donating towards our cause. So I would really appreciate if you could do that.
Any
Also,
good cause going towards kids, keeping them off the street, I'm all for it.
Yep,
Right.
I'll get it done. I'm gonna try to cauliflower crust anyway. So yeah. So we got anything else? Any parting words? Or we out of
Yeah,
here?
matter of fact,
Did we
actually,
talk
what I
about
will do,
Kyrie?
I will go to
No, we
the on our actual page and everything. I will leave some of the flyers on there, so all you gotta do is download it off and
Oh,
take
there
it in
you
there
go.
with you,
There you
and
go.
you'll be able to help us out. All right.
Okay.
So Bo wants to talk about Kyrie Irving being out for the year.
Yeah, he's out for the year. You know, he's having arthroscopic
Crybaby.
surgery.
Crybaby Kyrie. He's
Yeah.
hurt my feelings this year.
Yeah.
They dogging him already.
He's a bum.
Y'all just mad
He's
because
a
he left
bum.
James. He didn't want to play with
No.
James, and y'all crying.
Hey, man.
That's
Yeah,
what
he
y'all
didn't
crying
want-
about.
he- yeah.
James fans always
You're
cry
right.
about anybody
You're
that
right.
want to play with.
You're right.
Don't give me
He
that,
did
man.
not want to play with
Come on.
James because he couldn't handle James being
He ain't gonna be playing
being
with
the
Brooklyn
guy.
pretty soon because they're gonna get rid of him.
So I'm just wondering how's it gonna be next year when him and Durant on the.
They're gonna be good. The only thing I hate about the
No.
Nets right now is that
They both
Dinwiddie is Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
He didn't play as good when Kyrie was in. You know,
Right.
took stuff
Because
away
they
from
took
him.
it.
But they gotta incorporate. He could be part of their big three.
Kyrie ain't gonna give the ball up.
Exactly.
Why you crying, James?
Ky-
Don't get the ball up. Stop crying.
Are you
Who leads
serious?
the league in
Are you
assists?
serious? Now
Hey,
I'm
man,
gonna
lead
have
the
to
league in
disagree with
assists.
that one.
Jeff still talking about hooping, man.
Who leads the
Hey, man.
league in assists?
Listen,
Huh?
I
You
got
said
wait
James
a minute,
don't
wait,
give it
I
up.
gotta,
Who lead the?
I gotta
Reggie,
disagree
you
with
didn't
you,
answer
Bo,
my
on
question.
that.
I don't know.
Anytime
don't
you got
know.
Kevin Durant on your team, you best believe that owner will make sure Kyrie gives him the ball. Kevin
No.
Durant, have you seen him in practice?
I don't
This
care.
boy is
Kyrie is
unreal.
not giving up the
Oh,
ball.
I bet he
okay?
does with Durant, or they'll get
I
somebody in
bet
place
he
that
don't.
will give him the ball. I guarantee that.
No.
Kyrie got
Kyrie-
James a ring. Didn't he hit the
No,
last
he didn't.
shot? Didn't Kyrie hit a
He hit the
shot?
shot. Yeah, he hit the
He
shot.
Yeah. So he got James a ring then, basically. Everybody get James a ring.
No.
I ain't messing with him on that.
Who did in Miami? Wade.
Wade got his ring in
Okay.
Miami.
Wade and Bosh, right?
Bosh didn't do nothing.
Jeff made a comment.
Talking about he got
Oh,
money.
what's Jeff talking
He
about?
said he got money. What's
We'll
up?
come up with a
What
gym
deal?
this summer, Jeff. We'll come up with a gym this summer.
He's only here
I don't
for-
even know you, Jeff.
He's
but,
only here for.
But your game probably garbage anyway.
Tell him, Bo. Look at what.
Yeah. Your game
Yeah,
probably
Boy, your
garbage
game
anyway.
garbage, bro. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Jeff, let us know. Send
You
us,
got
you
more
know,
mouth than game.
I can get a gym anytime. I can get an inside gym anytime. It's still a little chilly.
See, Shy Hampton, that's what we do here.
We have fun.
Right.
Yep.
We can
That's
get
right.
a gym anytime.
Hey,
Tell him.
Tom, I want to give a shout out to Tom. He didn't have that one bleeper today. Finally.
Never
All right. Show without a bleeper. I'm
We got a
impressed,
good
Tom.
team.
I'm impressed, Tom. Keep up the good work.
Teamwork.
Got a good team.
All I'm gonna say is, y'all, whatever y'all doing, watching my crib or something, don't be trying to come in here dressed like me no more. I understand y'all want to be smooth, but y'all can't come up in here dressed like me. You know what I'm saying?
On that note, Tom, take us out of here.
Go to our page, subscribe, like. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love, baby.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
As
Thanks,
smooth
have a
as the
great
negative 5 O's today.
Yes.
See you next week.
We out. Peace.
Oh, we didn't even.
We gonna pray.
I thought we was gonna do this.
Tom still got his feeling right now. Ain't you?
Let's get ready.